Hey guys, Mrs.Roopa here, and welcome to the classroom. Today we're going to talk about a group of dinosaurs that had a special characteristic about them in that they had frills at the top of their head, or their heads were actually shaped like domes. So we're going to talk about the frilled and domed dinosaurs. Now, these guys belong to a group called Marginocephalia, okay? And all dinosaurs under this group had special ridge-like bone structures. They came in a wide variety of shapes and sizes, and scientists kind of think that these structures, these bone structures that these guys had, were used for attacking and defense, but like in other lessons that we've done this week, they could have also been used for recognizing members of their own species. Most dinosaurs under this group were herbivores, and they were excellent chewers. Their teeth had good surfaces for chewing really tough materials because that was what was available. A really fun fact about these guys is that from the tip of their faces, of their mouths, and to the back of their teeth were in the very back. They had a gap, okay? And so the gap between their beaks and their back teeth, when they would find like a tasty bush that they wanted to eat, they would use their beaks to tear the twigs and leaves away. And then they would bring that food into that gap between, before they got to the teeth. So they would let their saliva kind of work out the materials that they were trying to eat before they would send it into the back to be ground up by the teeth. So a modern day example of an animal that actually eats like this as well would be the horse. So the horse tears up that material, lets the saliva kind of work itself out, work out that material, make it nice and soft, and then it sends it to the very back where it's going to be ground up by the teeth. So that's very cool that adaptation came from the dinosaurs, and now there are animals here with us now that have that special adaptation as well. So we're going to talk about two different groups that fall underneath this, as we mentioned in our title of our lesson. So the first is called the dome-headed. So dome-headed dinosaurs. These guys walked on two legs, and they had domes on top of their head that had thick bones, okay? And so surrounding that dome were little bitty tiny spikes. An example of a dome-headed dinosaur would have been the Pachycephalosaurus. And we have a picture right here of that guy. So you see the dome and the spikes, kind of a crown around it. So I thought that was very cool. Again, probably use that dome for attack and defense. But scientists also found out something kind of interesting, that these guys probably use those spikes in that dome head to kind of look a little bit macho, kind of look a little bit scary, and scare away the predators that were trying to chase it. So that's an interesting adaptation for these guys as well, to look tough, okay? The last one, the second group, are the frilled dinosaurs, and guys, these are my favorite, okay? These are the ceratopsians, the triceratops. And the ceratopsians are dinosaurs with frilled and horns. So they had that beautiful frill and those horns that we all know. These guys used those adaptations, the frills and the horns, as a system of defense and for species recognition. So they had two horns at the top and then one that would kind of be at its nose. A cool fact that I found out about them is that scientists, when they were finding fossils of the Triceratops or other ceratopsians, they found that these guys would travel in huge herds. So when they found a fossilized remain of a Triceratops, they weren't just finding one, they were finding big groups of these guys. So that led them to believe that these guys were very social animals and that they traveled in herds. So this lesson was on the frilled and domed dinosaurs. Examples were of our domed dinosaur friend, the Pachycephalosaurus, looking very tough with those spikes, and the Triceratops, two horns up at the top and one at its nose. Very social animal, love to travel in herds. So I hope that you'll take a little bit of time today and check out some more frilled and domed dinosaurs, the Marginocephalia, That's the group that you might want to look into and see what you can find. And I hope that you will like, share, and subscribe to our lessons so that you will get updated when we post something new.